Nope.
What did you just say?
I didn't say anything wrong.
What do you mean? What did you just say? Just repeat what you said and think about it.
What about it? What about it? You pretty much said the same thing. I just removed one guy.
Completely different.
How's
One
it?
was found innocent.
And the other one is not really guilty.
Not.
We weren't there to see it.
How many?
I could say Morgan Freeman. Right?
How dare you
I could
insult
say,
him?
hey, he's under the same investigation.
How many were there?
What do you mean?
How many?
How many what?
How many?
To be fair, he's not that one doctor.
You could do very well on Doctor Who. Did you know that? Dr. Broken Zell.
I don't watch your trivial shows.
So let's go, princess. You're being punished.
Why am I the one who has to do this?
After that comment about Bill Cosby.
Who gives a shit? No one cares about Bill Cosby.
So, black people love Bill Cosby.
Even Spanish people in a former life.
Okay.
This is true.
Part of the Spanish Armada.
Yeah. And do you still question the relevancy of that? The legitimacy of the things I say?
I think I hit you too hard in the head with that frying pan.
What frying pan?
Welcome to the next episode of this phenomenal podcast.
Whoa. I'm going to cut you off right there. Have some goddamn enthusiasm.
Where it's going to be a great show.
A little better. Actually show some enthusiasm.
Where we will predict as well.
No, eventually.
This is the week of predictions.
Yes, but that's on a whole nother episode.
Well, this is all on the same day. We're not live.
Fuck it! We'll do it live!
We're not going to do it live, not yet.
Fuck it, we'll do it live!
No.
But there's a lot of shit to come. There's this.
Giggity.
There's a promo. Yes, I did not forget.
Maybe I'm putting that off.
Nope, you're doing it today. It's going to be great. For those of you who miss it, or who wants to hear it again, you can go on someone's certain Twitter account to view it again.
Maybe.
You don't have to go onto this YouTube channel anymore. You can just go into that Twitter account and watch it over and over and over and retweet.
Maybe.
And retweet.
Maybe. Don't listen to him.
Oh, it's going to happen.
What he's saying is he's going to try to challenge you to another match.
No, he's not. He's already told what he's trying to do. And he's not going to do it. Because he ain't going to have any proof of him doing it.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Now kick off Raw, you bitch.
You didn't even finish the kickoff of the show!
I did!
He did.
Barely!
Then you do it!
Well, what's the show called?
I've said it 3 times.
Thank you, everybody, for joining the Phenomenal Wrestling Podcast. Once again, you're joined by Sinister Zell and the shitty shitbag of Nell. We're going to be getting into this week's of wrestling.
The shitty shitbag of now that you can't beat. I wonder what that makes you.
Boy.
Kurt Hawkins?
Boy. You have been defeated.
No, I haven't.
You have been.
The house
It just hasn't been recorded. House shows count.
House shows don't
Shinsuke Nakamura has fought at house shows. It
Wow,
counts.
great.
Finn Balor lost the NXT title at a house show to Samoa Joe, actually in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yes, but other undefeated wrestlers back in the day would lose on house shows and it wouldn't count. If it is a title, that is a different story.
All right, this was title-wise. His undefeated streak was a title in its own right. But no, he claims to hold it.
No proof I've ever lost a match.
And there is also no
And our fans.
proof about these stipulations.
And our fans on hashtag Team Arcadia.
Oh my lord.
No, what's right?
You guys are wrong, and I hope you know that. In every aspect of the word wrong, you are wrong. Now, just like there's no evidence of that, there's no evidence of any stipulations either, so eat a dick, sir.
That's fine.
Do you have 2 blemishes on your record?
Wait until you find out what the punishment is if you're wrong in predictions.
Do you have...
No, I don't. Not a single blemish on my record.
Not on
we
these
made that
phenomenal-
clear the last time we played WWE. Okay? Yeah, exactly.
Why are you stuttering?
Exactly.
Today, Junior.
Exactly. Go on, kick off Raw. You know the show you didn't watch again.
I watched it. Anywho, it started
Did
off...
you not watch Raw again?
I caught clips. Why am I going to waste my time watching something for 3 hours with an hour worth of work into it?
Because it's your show.
Yes! All I have to do is watch clips and it's like, oh, there's all of Raw. That's the only relevance to Raw. Because Raw has no direction to anything. It kicked off the show with all
I think
competitors...
passed him.
What? Ow, son of a bitch.
And they just butted heads.
Does that mean I owe you a Dana?
Probably.
What's with your headbutting people?
I don't know. Shit.
We need to recast him? What?
I mean, we can hold some interviews.
Uh-oh.
This is my show! My show!
Really? Then why do you lose all the time?
Cause I let you guys win. Because I
let
feel
us win.
sorry for you sorry shitbags of a people.
Oh.
That's what you're gonna go with.
Anywho, kicking
hey.
off Monday Night Raw.
What website are you using today?
CBS Sports.
So that way this isn't copyright infringement. When you're reading word for word.
I don't read word for word.
Yes, you
but
do.
no, Monday Night Raw kicked off with all competitors in the Money in the Bank for the Raw side. All 4 women, all 4 men. Kurt Angle comes out saying, oh, we'd be so happy if you guys brought back those contracts to Monday Night Raw. And then out comes Baron Corbin's boring ass. And bald with a new haircut. Which
I like this Baron Corbin.
The bald was weird, but I do like the Constable Corbin thing. I like the concept.
I do, but the haircut. The haircut.
Well, he's Corporate Kane.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
The mayor of, the running for mayor of, I forget what state, Tennessee.
Knoxville County.
Yeah.
Tennessee, yes. You know, I played there once in a previous life.
Oh, did you?
Here we
Yes.
go again.
What'd you do?
Did you sail the Armada to get to Tennessee?
Obviously not. Tennessee's surrounded by land. I couldn't sail the Armada to get to Tennessee.
Well, I don't know how
Are
far
you
back
daft,
you're going.
man?
There could be water.
Do you know about Pangea?
Pangea.
We don't speak of Pangea.
Do you know of Sacagawea?
Ah, yes. Smoked a very good bong with Sacagawea.
It's from the bong.
But I played the banjo over in Tennessee.
What were you, at that moment in time, Southern Redneck? Trying to make it on the country awards?
And we're sorry to any of our viewers who are now down south watching this.
I had aspirations and dreams in that life, but sadly they did not come to fruition. That life ended shorter than it should have.
Good thing it did, because
Good
I've seen
shot.
you try to play musical instruments. The only thing you got is a piano. Clearly, your Ray Charles must be an ancestor of yours, or Stevie Wonder or something, because they're phenomenal. You're getting there.
Well, you see, the thing with these previous lives is skills don't carry over. You have to learn them again. I did not bother with that skill because I realized banjos are fucking stupid.
Hey. They have a very nice tune to them sometimes.
Banjos are fucking stupid. Now review your show. That you didn't watch.
Basically, Corbin comes out saying, yes, Stephanie McMahon will be very upset if that doesn't happen. And then all of them in the ring start arguing, saying, oh, basically, don't worry, we got this. And then Kurt asks Alexa if she's going to be fine competing with her injury last week. She was like, oh, don't worry, I'm fine too. And then Sasha goes, what injury? What'd you hurt again? My shoulder. Bish. You were limping away.
It was better than that because she was like, my shoulder.
Yes. She clearly forgot she was limping away, not holding her shoulder. And then Kurt Angle went on to state that Natalya has been cleared by doctors to compete at Money in the Bank. Which kind of surprised me. Because I thought they were going to go with Natalya can't
Fucking
compete.
everything up.
And Bailey was going to be in it. That's what I thought. But she's going to compete, I guess. So, yeah. Then Kevin Owens, once again, does what he does best and kiss ass. And he starts kissing Baron Corbin's ass, saying, listen, Constable, you don't have to worry, but I need your help here, because it is not fair that Braun Strowman is as big as he is he going to get a shorter ladder?
That was funny. That was funny.
And then Bobby Roode, oh, what do you want, the briefcase just lowered down to you? Yeah. Yes, I do, actually. I freaking love Kevin Owens. He's just too hilarious and deserves better. Then Alexa went on to say, "Oh, don't worry, my mixed match challenge partner is going to be the one that's going to win the Money in the Bank."
And they shared loving eyes, and I was very upset.
Your spaghetti was all upsetty?
Very.
Damn. Then, right after that, Sasha Banks cut in and was like, "No, I think my mixed match challenge partner, Finn Balor, is going to win." Clearly, she's just like everybody else that thinks he's over, but Vince doesn't. He's just cannon fodder for the match for Braun. And for spots.
Everyone in the match is cannon fodder for Braun.
Yes. Then Braun just shouts enough because everyone started arguing again. He was like, "This Sunday, everyone's going to get these hands." And that's how that segment ended. Which then kicked off Fatal 4-Way with Natalya, Alexa, Sasha Banks, and Ember Moon. Which was a pretty decent match. And Natalya ended up tapping out Alexa Bliss. Which is kind of
Odd.
very odd, because now I'm very thrown off.
Also, you have to point out that when they came back from commercial break, Alexa Bliss got an entrance. And the commentators made note of it. She left the ring just to get an entrance.
She doesn't deserve an entrance.
She's the goddess, so...
She was the goddess.
She's always and forever the goddess.
No. You have to pick one. Alexa or Peyton? Who you picking?
Oh, we're not doing individual base now? Just because you lost yours?
No, I'm just saying, if you had to pick one of them, one dies, one lives. Who do you pick?
Peyton.
Bye, Alexa. Apparently she's not the goddess after all.
Yeah, she's the goddess of Raw.
Who's the goddess of Smackdown?
Peyton. The Australian goddess.
The Australian goddess who's getting piped by a perfect 10.
Yeah, and I'm sure Ember Moon's getting piped by all sorts of men.
Nah, she ain't no.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was a fatal 4-way.
Sure
Again, after that match.
Pretty sure Xavier already felt her up.
No, she's not Paige.
Notice how he said felt.
But Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor versus Bobby Roode. I'm pretty sure we know how this is going to go. Braun Strowman obviously takes the win by pinning Kevin Owens. Which that kind of throws some speculation into there. I'm slowly starting to think otherwise here with my picks for the Money in the Bank on our next segment, but things are switching up for me, I think. This is tough.
You just said it's easy.
Yes, but it's actually tough.
What's struggling you? The men's Money in the Bank?
Both.
Both of them?
I think they swerved us.
Oh, I think they're swerving us.
Men's winning. I think the men's are winning Raw.
And the women are winning SmackDown. See, I don't know about that, but there's a match that they've been setting up on Raw that I'm picking the least favorable guy to win it because it just makes sense for him to win it.
Kurt Hawkins!
Yes. Kurt Hawkins will go over Andre the Giant.
Well then.
But it was a fairly decent match, obviously, because once again, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Bobby Roode were in it, and Braun Strowman, even though he decimates anyone who's in his path. Especially with his whole run around the ring and body.
Yawn.
Ronda Rousey made Nia Jax tap out in the ring, so don't know how that's going to go, but very interesting to see her tap out.
Again, to an armbar.
Yep. And then the best tag team on Monday Night Raw defeated Brazanga, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. You guys are going places. Hopefully.
They go into the NXT brand.
I feel like all of the Raw tag teams need to go to the NXT brand. except for the deleter of worlds at this point.
No, I'll
Meek Mahan believes that the Authors of Pain should go to NXT.
Who the hell's Meek Mahan?
The Meek Mahan.
Mr. McMahon. McMahon!
Oh!
That's what I said, Meek Mahan.
Meek Mahan.
God, you don't listen.
I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't see the problem here. I'm talking about the Meek Mahan in the field known as WWE.
Well, anywho, next was supposed to be a match with Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal that was supposed to happen. That was talked about earlier in the show. But Jinder then goes on to say, I never said I was facing you tonight. Your match is going to be against the great Sunil Singh. Let's just say it didn't last long.
I love how when he did it, he was like, the great Sunil Singh, and you're just like, oh.
And then Sunil was like,
Because once he says the great, you're like, oh, they're not doing this. They're not doing this. He can't even take bumps. And then he says Sunil Singh, and you're like, that's even worse.
facts.
Nah, I'd rather have Sunil Singh versus Kali. Sorry.
I mean, yes, but no at the same time. I know what you're saying. Yes, but no.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just like, either way is bad.
Well, it slowly turned out to squash, and then Jinder came in, beat the shit out of Roman, and gave him the Colossus.
Not even beat the shit out of Roman. Just kind of hit him with a Colossus, and that was it.
Well, he kind of beat the shit out of him a little bit on the ground until he was stunned a little bit, and then he Colossed him.
Like, that's usually, like, the angles for that are set up to be like, you're really gonna beat the shit out of this guy. Like, oh, he might not even make it to Sunday, but a couple punches, a Colossus, and that was it.
Yeah. Then there was another tag team match, because apparently every show just absolutely loves tag team matches now. But this one was with the B team, defeating Heath Slater and Rhino. To be, after their victory, the Deleters of Worlds appeared, and to warn the B team ahead of Sunday's title bout, which I think this is the first segment that Bray's actually had with Bo.
They had a segment way back in NXT.
No, I mean on the main roster.
On the main roster, yes.
So this will be interesting to see the chemistry that they have together, seeing as they are brothers. But they promised that they will eat them and delete them. And then they will finally meet. And then it was again not announced on Monday whether these two teams will be facing each other at Money in the Bank, which at this point I feel like they are. So it's bound to happen. If you've been building up to this, why are you not going to have this on Sunday?
I'm pretty sure it was for Money in the Bank.
They still haven't said anything, though.
What's this? I'm sorry.
The B team versus the Deleter of Worlds.
It could be the pre-show.
Yeah, because I already thought they said it was for Money in the Bank.
I have to check the match card after.
Yeah. But then Seth Rollins attacked Elias and then destroyed his fancy guitar from John Mayer. Thank you.
So beautiful.
Thank you, Seth Rollins, for destroying that piece of shit guitar from a piece of shit artist.
Even Corey Graves bashed John Mayer.
Because he's terrible. John Mayer is absolutely terrible. He's worse than 21 Pilots.
I can already see a thumbs down on this video.
I'm sorry, I hate 21 Pilots and I hate John Mayer. Next was Ruby Riott versus Bayley, which it was a pretty good match, but then Bayley got distracted by Liv Morgan. Bayley got thrown into the ring post with her very bad shoulder that she's had issues with for a while, and then she got hit with the Riot Kick and pinned 1, 2, 3. And then they all kind of beat the shit out of her a little bit more. Then next was No Way Jose versus Kurt Hawkins. This poor man. But Hawkins once again loses.
He tried to be a Rosebud. Oh, I'm sorry. A conga line.
Oh, Rosebud.
And he got caught. He got caught with the Doma punch.
It's still too soon for the Rosebuds. Now next, Sami Zayn challenges Bobby Lashley to an obstacle course for Bobby Lashley to prove that he was actually in the military. So Bobby,
This was the perfect way to follow up on that. Get that the fuck out of here.
But,
This was awful.
very awful. All of this entire show was awful.
They ended on such a high note last week with their feud, and they just
Buried it. Because what happens? Bobby Lashley tells Sammy that he's gonna prove to him that he was, and he's gonna beat this little training course that he had set up, and that he's gonna beat him at Money in the Bank. Well, he kind of showed off a little bit during this training course.
a little bit.
A lot of it. And he was about to do it in pretty much record time. He did, and then came down and got attacked from behind by Sami Zayn. And then Sami Zayn beat the shit out of him, and that's pretty much how Raw ended. Because Raw is boring as shit.
That's how Raw ended?
No.
But like, don't tell me they fucking ended with Sammy and
No.
Bobby.
It must have been I must have had it out of order then.
What was the main event?
The main event was a fatal four-way for the men's Money in the Bank
Like,
competitors.
Oh. Who won
Yeah,
it?
so I had it out of order.
Who won it?
Braun Strowman.
Yes. The match built around the three men ganging up on Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman just destroying everyone.
Just for who did he pin?
KO.
Yes. The three of them put him through the announce table. He came back 5 minutes later and killed everyone.
Jesus.
He also took everyone's finisher.
Jesus Christ.
And still...
Oh yeah, I remember that now because my dad was flipping out. He was like, "How is a guy who got speared by Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber? One spear.
Two.
It was two
He
spears.
took the consecutive spears.
Oh yeah, that's right. Took two spears and he loses. This guy takes like two finishers from each competitor, and he's like unstoppable now.
Because hashtag Roman wins lol.
Roman wins.
Lol.
Because apparently Roman Reigns' spear is the most lethal spear ever in WWE history.
I think so. I think it's better than Goldberg's. Just saying, it's faster, more powerful. In my opinion.
Do I have to bring up a video of Chris Jericho?
Going through a piece of plastic? No, you don't have to bring that
He
up.
was folded in half before he got to the plastic.
You don't have to bring that up.
I will say Roman spears have got better over the years, but I still think Goldberg's back in the day, like WCW.
Back in the day, football style spear, sure. Now, no.
Well, not now.
Well, he's
obviously.
50-something
Of
years
all
old.
time, Goldberg's spear is the most lethal spear.
I don't even
to
think
me.
so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Charlotte has a better spear.
Okay, you're pushing it now.
Kyrie has a better spear.
Now you're really pushing it. A twig can't do damage like Kyrie. Like no.
Like
No,
Kyrie.
No.
Now you're disrespecting one of his last standing base.
Legit.
So who's taking over for SmackDown Day?
Zelina Vega.
Of course, I'm not surprised.
And I found my NXT Bay, considering Tony Storm isn't gonna sign, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking pick her, cause I like her.
Dakota
like how
Kai is
she's-
my actual.
I like how she's able to speak.
You're changing now?
I was torn between Dakota Kai
And Candice.
and Kyrie.
Candice?
He's
Alright.
Candace.
I'm
He already.
Candace.
I told you
Yeah.
he picked Candace.
So you like how she's who is it? I'm curious.
She's really good at talking. I think she's better than the other person they brought in at
Shayna
talking.
Baszler.
Shayna. I'm sorry.
Her-
I'm loving Shayna.
Her promo last week, I felt like parts of it were kind of plastic.
I get that, but if you
But-
if you compare Shayna and Ronda does have the wrestling part. Can't talk to save her life.
That's why with the segment with Nia Jax, I liked that they kept her to like 4 words.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they're learning. And then she talked more, and I was like, oh, they're not learning.
Nope.
I'm liking Shayna a lot, and
I do. I like how Shayna is building.
I didn't like her at first. I'll admit, I thought she was just trash. But as she's like becoming this big threat, and she's not afraid of anyone. This is the perfect rivalry for her too against Nikki.
Yeah, she's just more like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this chick? But we'll get to that later.
That was Monday Night Raw.
How do you rate it, Eric?
Considering this is a
Last
go-home
week,
show,
you rated it like I think it was an F.
I think I said a D solely for the fact of something. Because I know it could be worse.
I
That's
think I
why.
give it a C- only because of one thing. I think it's because of every single week I keep giving it a D or a C because of Elias and Seth. But this week, I don't know. This week they didn't wrestle. One just destroyed the other guy's guitar.
Giving it a... It doesn't even get a grade. That's how bad this was.
It gets an I for incomplete.
It's the
N.A.
non-applicable here. That's what this Monday Night Raw was. This is the go-home show to the pay-per-view, and y'all did shit.
I'll classify this show as incomplete.
The only thing that this
And they're making everybody obsolete.
The only thing that they did with this show is they just confused the fuck out of me. There's
Yes.
For predictions, this is so, like...
Like how I said last week, all my predictions were locked. Now I'm like, fuck.
So you know what Monday Night Raw did? They are Kojima. Because... I'm sure all of us have watched E3 and saw more gameplay from Death Stranding, and we still have no idea what the fuck that game is about. That's what Monday Night Raw just did.
You fucking comparing Kojima to Monday Night Raw. You fucking asshole. Don't you dare!
That's exactly what Monday Night Raw did. They were like, you know what? Let's pull a card out of Kojima's hat.
Oh my fucking god. If you said Konami, sure, both trash. Kojima?
Yes! Kojima! Because how long have we known about Death Stranding? How long? And we still have no idea what the
And you know what?
fuck
When it
this
comes
game's
out, it'll
about.
be solid gold.
Yes, exactly. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be more than gold. It's gonna be platinum. That shit's gonna go in the freaking platinum instantly. And that's Monday Night Raw. Hard and complete, non-applicable failure.
I am once again going to give Raw a D. That was Prince Zidane or Princess Freya. I don't know which one.
I think it was Zidane because that was like I'm a fat type.
Well, that Freya's the one who goes up on that side. So it's like Zidane only crosses over if somebody's down there.
Oh my god. Started playing Kingdom Hearts. This time for real. And I got to the first world, Alice in Wonderland. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm just hooked onto it now.
Yes, Alice in Wonderland. When I first played that back in 2002.
I've never played
that world confused the ever-loving shit out of me because I couldn't find anything.
At the very beginning, I was confused. I'm like, alright, I took the potion to be small. How the fuck do I get through the bed? Then I'm like,
Yes, Kingdom Hearts is a lot harder than people give it credit for. But now, do you agree with the D or the non-applicable?
No, I'll give it a grade.
Z. Z.
I get to 3 out of A. No.
I think that's what?
It got, for me, a D+. I like that they swerved me. I like that they kind of confused me. The thing is, when it's Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw, it just sucks. Just saying.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
Are you making fun of his accent?
No, I'm not.
So I feel like you're a liar and a deceiver.
Deception.
On to Smackdown.
Disgrace. Yes, on to the opportunistic land. Which, they made it a night of firsts, quote unquote, as they like to say. Because for the first time ever, we had Daniel Bryan versus Shelton Benjamin. We had Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Benjamin.
For the first time.
And we also had Rusev versus Samoa Joe. Which they billed all of these as for the first time ever. And I'm not entirely sure if they all are for the first time ever.
The Rusev and Joe was.
That one's definitely a first time ever. And that one had the screwiest finish. As for the others, I'm not sure.
Shinsuke AJ was first time ever. Because they were on separate brands.
Shinsuke and
Ever.
Jeff Hardy.
Ever. Like,
Ever in WWE.
no, they said ever. Not WWE. They said, usually they say for the first time in WWE. They said for the first time ever, these two are going to meet.
I don't know about Shelton Daniel.
That one is questionable.
Yeah.
But alas. It opened with Paige's quote-unquote Money in the Bank ladder match summit, which didn't really last long. The ladies started to poke at each other and prod and say, I'm better, you're worse. Becky Lynch even came on saying that it's her time and that Charlotte tapped out to her last week. They then...
I liked the Australian accent.
Oh my god, that was so cute.
She is cute, isn't she, now that she started winning?
Eat a fucking cock.
It-
She was cute before that and will forever be cute.
No, she was tainted when she had a different person looking over her.
See, it's not her fault that the person looking over her only provided her with L's.
It's WWE's fault.
But it's so magical that now that Nelson is providing, she's winning.
Nelson doesn't know how to provide.
Says the one who can't pay rent.
I'm not providing.
You can't even provide for yourself.
Fuck myself. I can give 2 fucks about me.
Alright, so go live on the street. I'll get another roommate.
Nah.
Alright then. Alright then, that's what I thought. But, yes, so they do all of this, and then the Iconics come out. Yes?
I'm very glad that they put Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville with them.
Uh-huh.
Because or else they would be cannon fodder on everything they do. At least Peyton can save them.
Well, they come out and they start doing their usual, impersonates everyone in the ring. Which I actually laughed out loud at the Naomi and Lana impersonations. Because at that point I was like, alright, you two are committed, and I give you a woken standing O. They were then followed by Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, who were saying that these women who are in the Money in the Bank ladder match couldn't bring the briefcase back to SmackDown because they are terrible.
Wait, what? Say it again?
They couldn't bring the briefcase back to SmackDown because they are terrible.
Huh, okay.
Why? What did you not understand from...
I'm here, I don't know if you guys have heard on Raw, too. It's they're whoever wins gets to
Cash in on
cash
whatever their
in
brand is.
on whatever day, whatever time, but they never specify on their brand.
Yes, they have.
No,
They
they
have.
don't.
I've
This
been
week
hearing
they
it.
didn't.
Yes, they
Kurt
did.
Angle didn't do it this week.
Yes, he did.
Look it up.
They've been doing it on commentary. I heard it 3 times on commentary. They had the audio on at work, so I heard it.
I'm telling you, Kurt Angle didn't say it. Maybe commentary did, but
Tom Phillips said it as well on SmackDown.
okay.
So they've been putting over on your brand.
I feel like they're gonna end up switching that though. I don't know why.
I don't think so. I think they're going to stick with it because...
It's stupid to do that.
Well, talk to Mick Mahan. So Mandy and Sonya did that. It then broke down into a fight, and then it was announced that there's going to be a tag team match, players. 8-woman tag later on in the show.
Going 1-on-1 with The Undertaker.
So after that, we got into Daniel Bryan versus Shelton Benjamin, which this was a rather good match that you'd expect from both men. Brother Bryan ended up winning the match. The match went about 10 minutes, but he slapped on the heel hook and made Shelton Benjamin tap out. I don't know if he's officially using the heel hook because he cut a promo earlier saying that whether it is the heel hook or the yes lock or some other submission, he would make him and Big Cass tap out on Sunday, but I don't know if he's just sticking with the heel hook now.
I love that name.
I don't know why, but part of me
I love that name.
feels like this is going towards a submission match.
Lord.
With Cass?
Why not? If you want to bury somebody, put them in a submission match.
Somebody who doesn't do submissions. We then got a backstage segment with Paige walking around, and Asuka approaches her, and Asuka says she wants Carmella after last week. So Paige makes the 8-woman tag team match a 10-woman tag team match, players. Because that's what we're doing. The Miz was also backstage in his referee shirt, and Paige asked him what's he doing, and he says that he needs to be the special guest referee for Samoa Joe versus Rusev because he is method acting for his role in his new movie. Rough Ref. It is about a dog that learns how to become a referee, and the Miz is his mentor.
Is that, legit?
No. but it is hilarious.
That would be so funny if it was legit.
We then had the WWE Champion AJ Styles interviewed by Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry the King Lawler asked AJ Styles about last week and him losing his cool and slapping Shinsuke, and AJ says, I want to apologize. I want to apologize that I didn't slap his head off his shoulders. And the usual, I'm gonna win at Money in the Bank, blah blah blah. It was rather short, rather uneventful. After that, we then got word that the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Good Brothers is going to be on the kickoff show.
Of course.
Of course. Then, Samoa Joe versus Rusev happened. Once again, it's a good match, as you'd expect from both of them. The Miz played it pretty down the middle until Samoa Joe squished him in between. He squished him. He went for the running. Rusev was in the corner and he went for the running backsplash into the kick, but Rusev moved and the Miz got the backsplash. The Miz then argued with Samoa Joe when he got up because he wasn't there for a cover. Rusev hit the Machka kick and he pinned Samoa Joe, and then Rusev went to climb the ladder. The Miz then hit a skull-crushing finale and climbed the ladder, and he unhooked the briefcase. But he opened the briefcase on the announce table and said, "This is my contract." And they're saying, "There's no contract, there's only pancakes." And the Miz then sees all the pancakes, all the rage, and is just screaming, "New Day." It is then shown the New Day backstage laughing, but the New Day actually wasn't there this week. That was pre-recorded last week. Because they were at E3.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We then got to Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Non-title, of course. Once again, pretty good match. Jeff Hardy got a lot of good offense in. But his back was so damaged that when he hit the Swanton Bomb, he couldn't capitalize. The match ended just, how you'd expect. Jeff Hardy kept pushing through. He was about to hit another twist of fate, but Shinsuke spun through and hit him with a low blow and got disqualified. Of course, Shinsuke hits the knee. He counts to 10. And that's how that match ended. That rather confused me. But we talk about that more when we get to predictions.
Yeah.
Or as I call them, premonitions.
Premonition.
You all have predictions, I have premonitions. We then have Carmella in the makeup area showing her overconfidence. And Renee Young comes to interview her, and Carmella, being cocky, says she's not scared of Asuka and she's going to prove that Mella is money. And Carmella has improved so much, I feel like. In ring, she's getting there. But character-wise, I think she's finally found, her groove. Mm-hmm. We then got our 8-woman tag team match to close the show. I mean, it was, as okay as it can be for
another week of
10-woman tag match. It was so only okay that I had to think about how the match ended. Oh, that is right. So it ended with Asuka tapping out Carmella. Mm-hmm. And this just makes things even more confusing.
But we'll get to the predictions when we get
there. This week, I feel like Smackdown did a very good job of balancing good matches with pushing storylines further and confusing us. So I would give it a higher B+.
Okay. Eric?
C-.
Why C-?
Because they're going nowhere with anything besides swerving and confusing people. That's all this week was. A week of confusion between E3 and wrestling. Confused.
I think they pushed their storylines along rather nicely.
Hot garbage everywhere. Except for NXT, of course.
I say B-. Only for the fact of the main event. You had a potential A show, kind of, but
I think that
it's never a good thing when you have more than 3 competitors.
I think that Shinsuke and Jeff Hardy could have closed the show.
Yeah, that's true too.
Especially since that angle transitions into the WWE Championship picture.
Yeah.
That would have helped more. And also, some kind of interaction with Shinsuke and AJ would have been nice. I think that's what would have pushed it to an A for me, but...
And the thing with that, too, is how they've been pushing this. I no longer think that AJ and Shinsuke are main eventing anymore.
No, it's going to be Roman and...
No, I don't think so about that either.
You think it's going to be the ladder match?
I think it'll be the women's ladder main event.
Because they opened last year,
right.
Now that we think about it. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. Poor AJ.
Poor AJ.
He'll never see a main event.
He'll see one. It'll be at WrestleMania.
I hope so.
It should have been the main event this WrestleMania.
Against D. Bryan.
Yes.
205 Live.
Who?
Anderson?
What?
So they, I'm going to go based on what I remember. They start off with a 6-man tag.
Again.
Lucha House Party versus
Gallagher.
Bryan, Kendrick, Gallagher, and Gulick.
Gulak.
Yeah.
Gulick.
And who won?
Gulick?
Gulick.
Gulick won?
No.
Lucha
it
House
was
Party?
the Lucha House Party.
Alright. Lucha House Party won.
Go leak the window.
Go leak the window. Go leak the window, McMahon.
Meek Maheen.
McMahon.
You obsolete mule. Use the authors of pain.
Hold on.
Who?
I need help.
And then there was Tony Nese versus
As you can see, we're struggling for 205 Live again.
No. There was something before that, because that was the main event.
Sister Shell
Yeah,
is not
wasn't
here.
Yeah, it was. Tony Nese and Mustafa was the main event.
that wasn't Tony Nese.
Yes, it was. It was Tony Nese versus Mustafa Ali. I could have sworn. Hold on. Insert elevator music.
That's not
Jeopardy!
elevator music.
Copyright!
That's not elevator music.
I don't know.
That's not elevator music either. Delete.
Fandango with us.
Akira Tozawa versus Steve Irby.
Tozawa, that's who it was.
Tozawa won in 3 minutes. There's that.
Yep. And then we had Tony Nese.
But the thing that stole 205 Live for this week was Leo Rush.
Oh yeah, they said he was going to be debuting.
He is literally he did debut. He just did a vignette. He's literally Bobby Roode when Bobby Roode was a heel in NXT. All about himself. It looks really, really cool. I love that he doesn't have the stupid highlights anymore. He looks like, come on.
I saw that video circling around. I was like, all right, Leo Rush. 205 Live, he'll be good. He's a good high flyer, but it's...
And according to Bleacher Report, see, we need to start watching 205 Live, and we apologize for not watching it, but Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese by Bleacher Report, A-.
It was so good. It was so good. Because honestly, Mustafa Ali's so freaking good. And
Mustafa Ali did go over.
Yeah. What did happen when they came out, Buddy Murphy came out shortly after, because I think Mustafa made his entrance first, then Tony Nese did. Buddy Murphy comes out, and they were at... Buddy Murphy was at Tony Nese's ringside, and then Cedric came out to be by Mustafa Ali's. Mm-hmm. But then things ended up breaking down, and Cedric ended up kicking Murphy's ass all the way to the back room. Mustafa ended up getting the win, and then telling Drake Maverick on the mic that next week he wants a triple threat match with
Ali,
Nese, and Buddy Murphy, because Buddy Murphy's been putting his nose where it doesn't belong, and he's just fed up with it.
I thought Drake got let go.
Drake Maverick?
I didn't hear that.
Didn't you write that on the messenger? Because when we were all talking about that week about people who were getting fired, you wrote Drake. Someone wrote Drake.
He said, "Okay, Drake," because of something you said.
Oh, all I saw was Drake.
What did he say? I don't remember.
Fuck.
Did it have to do with taking L's from Pusha T?
No, what the hell was it? Hold on, let me find
What?
it.
I'm so out of the loop.
You are not deep into this rap culture.
No, I'm not. I don't listen to good rap.
Long story short, Pusha T has thrown subliminals at Drake for years. Drake responded, so Pusha T released a song not only releasing that he has a deal with Adidas coming up, but releasing that he has an illegitimate child that he hasn't been taken care of. With a porn star.
He made a song about that?
Well, he put it in his song.
Okay.
Because Drake's Adidas press run it was like Adidas combined with his child's name. And he was saying like, your kid shouldn't need an Adidas press run to be introduced to the world. They should have already known you had a kid.
Wow.
Because I guess the kid's like, it's like the kid's, you know, like old enough to...
Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, so we'll go to NXT while Eric is looking for something.
Because the releases were June 4th, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So NXT started off with a squash match.
Yes.
War Raiders versus Ricky Martinez and Justin Storm. 3 minutes later, you know what happens. But the cool thing about this match was at the end. They called out the Mighty.
Yes, they
and
did.
That's what they're called now, officially.
I'm pretty sure they're going to fight this Saturday, and by that I mean next week on NXT.
Yeah. Oh god, I have to review that. Not looking forward to that.
You're going to have an easy week next week. So if
I'll watch 205 live then.
Yeah, if Sister Shell still isn't back, 205 is yours.
205 live. How about that? I'll take over for Shelby on 205 live until she returns. So
Yes. So you have 2 hours, I have 2 hours, he has 3.
Well, he technically has 2 because of all the commercials.
If he even watches it.
I can literally watch 30 minutes of the show, and that's the whole show.
Alright, so we get into a segment of the Undisputed Era just talking to O'Reilly. They get interrupted. They don't get interrupted. Adam Cole notices that they're being watched. So Adam Cole kind of flips out and says, hey, you do not film until I say you can film. And
He fucked up that cameraman.
yeah, he did.
I think Sinestro found it.
It was to me, because I posted a GIF saying, I abandoned my boy! And then you were like, okay, Drake.
See, I didn't know what
Context.
And then you were like, another one!
Uh,
One half of the Iwi brothers.
Second segment, it showed once again Fozzy, the song Painless. Don't know why they keep promoting that.
Well,
Because it's the official theme song.
it's the official IWGP Intercontinental Champion now.
Do you think Jericho will show up?
No.
Part of in like the roster,
No.
just like standing in the like crowd just to watch.
No.
I think he might show up.
Yeah, so
With the Intercontinental.
No, I don't think so. I
He
think you're
holds
just-
it in the air.
I think you're just like
he would definitely fucking do that.
He pulls a Medusa, dumps it in the
I think
trash.
he'll definitely show up because it's his song. I'm pretty sure he'll stand in the crowd when they're looking over to the like.
With the IWGP title, then you got Kenny Omega with the IWGP World
next
Heavyweight
thing
title,
happened-
and then the Young
man,
Bucks.
The man that you're going to trash.
A promo
I'm not
for
trashing
the
him ever.
Chicago Street Fight was on.
What?
Singles match happened. Shut the hell up!
Zazu.
Single
Okay,
match
Zazu.
was EC3 versus Cassius Ohno. EC3 won in 5 minutes. It was really. There was nothing in that match that really happened.
No, Cassius kind of ran the match.
Yeah, towards the end, Cassius got caught up in the ropes, and then EC3 did the 1%.
And that was it.
But like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see EC3 lasting long. Nobody is sold on EC3 right now.
The fans are all about him, though.
They are.
They love him.
NX3.
Yeah, over in Florida.
Wait until he goes to WWE. They're gonna be saying WW3.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna make that E into a backwards 3. I can already see that on shirts and shit.
Yep.
God, I hate myself. Bianca Belair versus Aaliyah. Bianca won 3 minutes. This is just a squash show until like the main event, which was
I
bonerific.
after her video package, I feel like Bianca Belair's confidence has skyrocketed, and she's showing it. Now she's showing a lot more of her personality. I feel like.
I just feel like she needs to like have better competitors. I like
Yes,
Aaliyah.
definitely.
I think Aaliyah deserves a shot, but she's just the person that they just stick in there to lose all the time.
Yes.
All right, what happened?
What happened?
I'm seeing if there was a match. Anything happened before the main event.
There was a backstage segment.
Yeah, that's right. It was just a promo for Shayna Baszler, just showing interview clips of her in the locker room, intimidating her peers near the end. It includes words from Nikki Cross over images of their interactions, hyping up Take. So it's pretty much, watch Saturday, just one of those shit things. But the better segment that happened before the main event was Dakota Kai.
Yes.
So she was asked about what she would change about her title match with Shayna. Pretty much saying that she knows that she was close, and if she had another chance, maybe she'd be champion. Bianca Belair enters, and this is kind of what I wanted.
And this was kind of like her first real promo.
Yeah.
And I was all about it.
You are?
I liked it. I like the...
You're all about Bianca Belair?
I like Bianca Belair, I do. In ring, she has the ability to be really good, and we don't have that kind of, like... that kind of sass.
Yeah.
For any female competitors. Like, we have, of course, the Carmella, who's all about herself. We have the Iconics, who are just mock everybody. But Bianca Belair's attitude is more like,
she reminds...
shut the fuck up. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
This is me.
She reminds me of, what's her name? Miss Jacqueline? Jacqueline? I think his name is Jacqueline.
Yep.
Yes. My issue with her this week was that lipstick.
That's her thing, though.
That's
all over her ring, or like her tights.
Yeah, she chose blue this week.
That was so...
Her lips are on everything.
Her lips... She has very beautiful lips.
Okay. But it set up Kai versus Bianca for next week.
And Dakota Kai is going to win.
Bianca will win.
Bianca is going to win. Dakota Kai is getting buried bad.
Dakota Kai is going to be the next Aaliyah, sorry. UK Championship match.
Don't ever disrespect her
Pete
like that.
Dunne versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh my
10
God.
minutes of pure awesomeness.
My dick was hard. I'm sorry.
Did you
watch it?
Yes.
Oh, major hard on.
My dick was regular.
My dick was regular.
I had a stiffy at how great this
I
match
think you
was.
need to take a break again.
No. We didn't
Spanish Armada.
No, good. I'm done.
No, you're not. You're still laughing.
Okay, so it pretty much ended with the bitter end. Pete Dunne won over Kyle O'Reilly. You guys need to watch the match, because whatever we say about that match, it won't do it justice. You have to watch it.
Yes.
It was so good. If you want to talk about hard hitting, like, this was the match to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But after the match, we had Undisputed Era, Strong, and Adam Cole show up. Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan run in to defend Dunne. Cole pulls Dunne outside, and they fight their way up the ramp. Meanwhile, in the ring... I'm sorry, what?
I didn't say anything.
Burch and Lorcan effectively beat down O'Reilly, sending him flying over the top rope into his partner, Strong. He and Strong sit on the ramp, clutching their tag titles as Burch and Lorcan look on from the ring. So it just shows you that Burch and Lorcan ends in the high note, which means...
They're not winning.
I mean, it's obvious they weren't going to win.
Oh,
I like
no.
that they got a push. They're noticed now by NXT fans and the people who watch WWE Network now.
Well, that's the thing. Lorcan has been
I'm not
noticed for a
confusing their
while.
names anymore, so I know who looks like who.
Well, you know who else got, like, their little push and then got noticed by everybody as the tag team? Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
That's true.
The Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yeah.
Because they had the surprise win in the first round, and then they lost to... it was either Baron Corbin and... who was his partner?
Was it Corbin and Joe?
No, because it was Finn and Joe.
and Finn.
Oh, yeah.
It was Baron Corbin and...
I forget. It wasn't a Tommy, was it? No.
No,
I don't know.
I
forgot.
can't remember.
But I left out something too. It was this segment of Johnny and Tommaso. They were both in their own rooms.
Yeah.
They're just talking trash. It's just setting up. Obviously, this was just a setup week. But I love that they, entered a put in a little UK title. I like that. But yeah, NXT in a nutshell. WWE in a nutshell. Ratings for NXT.
A.
B+, not an A.
I agree with the B+, just because of the squash matches. Too many squash matches.
Every single match was a squash
One
match.
good
besides
match,
the
everything else is a squash match. Oh, you also left out your boy.
No, I didn't. I don't have a boy. But...
Is Aleister
Aleister
Black dead?
Black?
Huh?
Aleister Black?
No, nothing needs to be said about that. We know who's going to win that. Pretty much what happened last week is what happened this week. He came in, Aleister Black told told that no matter how strong he is or whatever, ultimately he's gonna fade to black. Ewan, Lars beat the shit out of Alistair. There you go.
It happened. Just review the thing, damn it.
God damn it!
So it was an unbalanced shift of
Rhino.
go-home shows. Rhino. That was Baron Corbin's partner.
Yep.
It was an unbalanced shift in go-home shows. From Raw, which was absolutely nothing, to Smackdown, which had a good amount of stuff, to NXT, which went up and down.
Up and down, yeah.
But that was this week.
But I like it being up and down versus constant down. Like Raw. Like you didn't think you'd get any shittier. Here comes the next segment. Sami Zayn.
Oh, oh. Nope, Dominator.
Let's change. Click.
Dun dun, click, 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 click. But that was this week on the plane known as WWE. Yes. We will return for our predictions.
In 1 hot second.
Well, your predictions and my premonitions. And after that, we'll be back for the post Money in the Bank show. Yes.
Wonderful!
You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Why'd you sound like Barney?
Oh, I love you.
You love
There we
me.
go.
We're a happy family.
Delete!